Hi guys, we're gonna go over the handstand forward roll progressions. So we're gonna start at the most basic and then work our way up to a full handstand forward roll. So I'll list them off here, what we're gonna work on, and then we'll go through them one by one, okay? So we have the tuck and roll, we have the candlestick to a stand, we have a handstand. You gotta be able to do a freestanding handstand in order to do the handstand forward roll. We have a forward roll, a pike forward roll, L handstand forward roll, and then a handstand forward roll, okay? So basically handstand forward rolls, we're going into kicking up to a handstand, we're making our way into a candlestick position, and then we're following through with that roll to a stand up, okay? So first progression is a tuck and roll. You wanna stay as compact as possible. Let's see if I need to scoot that back. So we're gonna get in a tight ball, and we're gonna tuck and roll. This is gonna be a problem. Very nice. All right, so facing this way, if I tuck and roll and I'm having a hard time having to grab my knees to roll up, you can also try to do it without grabbing your knees, so like reaching in front of you and keeping your knees to your chest as you roll up, because they have to have that core strength to control themselves on the way up. I'm gonna put Dax in the bathroom, hold on. Here, buddy. And then we can do like a series of 10 tuck and rolls or something like that, where we're warming up our spine, we're trying to get our body into our hips over our shoulders, and then even our neck, because that's the position where we'll be landing out of the handstand. After that, candlestick. Now, if the athletes have to put their hands down, they can, but when you're in a handstand forward roll, your arms are going to be by your ears. So I recommend trying to work on that candlestick, get the arms by the ears. You're lifting your toes up to the ceiling by squeezing your butt and keeping your legs straight. Working on that hollow shape, okay? It's that candlestick where you land out of your handstand to roll and to a stand, okay? We need to be able to do a handstand. So kicking up to a handstand, getting your weight over your fingertips, okay? So you're gonna have the athletes get all the way up into their handstand before they progress into a handstand forward roll. So you can work on handstands. Another thing, obviously we need to learn how to roll. So basic forward roll. Main thing is make sure athletes know that the weight, their body weight is gonna land on their shoulder blades, not the top of their head, okay? Their chin will be to their chest, but the weight should be landing on the shoulder blades, so that way they don't hurt their necks. Put their hands down on the mat, duck your chin. You have to jump in order to get your momentum forward. So my hips, especially for women, are the heaviest part of my body compared to my upper body. So I have to make sure I move my hips forward if I want my body to roll forward, okay? Otherwise, if you don't, your hips are gonna come up and it's gonna squash the neck, okay? You wanna make sure that you're moving forward, you're not squashing down towards the floor. Tuck my chin, jump, and roll. So even though I'm tucking my chin, I'm not pressing my head this way. I'm ducking my chin and then moving my whole body forward, not behind me, okay? So what I mean by that is some athletes will do this, and then they'll go like this, and you want them to move forward, not back. So lift the hips. Now from there, you work on pike positions. We work on keeping the arms straighter, trying to stretch longer. So we can go into a pike forward roll. Legs straight, arms straight, and roll. Okay, so I'm moving I have to have the confidence to move my body forward. The L handstand push-up, L handstand forward roll. This is where you have the feet on a box or plates or some type of elevation. You can do this against the wall, which I might show you real quick, even though I'm not in a good angle. I don't have a good setup for that. And then you complete the roll. So really like utilizing the pike. It's the pike, but you're higher up into more of a handstand position. So it's just a little bit harder than a pike forward roll. Maybe a little easier than a handstand forward roll, not as intimidating. Okay, now we're in the handstand forward roll. You can have athletes kick up to a handstand. You can hold their legs by grabbing their shins or right above their knees, their thighs. Kind of lift them up just a little bit, move them forward, and allow them to get into that candlestick shape. Once their back hits the floor, you're holding them, then you can release their legs and they can finish the candlestick roll to a stand. So that's one way to spot it. Sorry, I don't have a demonstrator here. But it's a handstand, find the candlestick, roll forward. So one key cue you can tell them to make sure their chin is ducked is to look towards their toes. What you'll find is most people will end up bending their arms, and that's okay, as long as they're just not like putting all of their weight on their neck. Their weight should be going, like if they can do a strict handstand push-up and they lower themselves slowly down and their body continues to move forward, that's okay. But if their body is just like on top of their head and they try to duck their chin and they just crunch their neck forward, that's gonna hurt their neck. So you want them to make sure that they stretch. Another cue, stretch into the roll. Find that momentum forward. Stretch into the handstand, keep moving, and roll, okay? I'll demonstrate one here where I bend my arms. Arms a little bit. It's a little bit of a smoother roll as long as they can do a strict handstand push-up. Okay, that's the handstand forward roll. Thanks for watching.